Welcome, yogis. Welcome to our practice. Let's come onto our mats. I do advise that you have blocks or large books or a low footstool or a chair close by. We are going to be moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, where our hand comes down towards the earth. So we want to lift the earth up towards us, where we would benefit from having that extra prop or two. Let's come into our easy seat, Sukhasana. Legs crossed, grounding down through your sit bones, lengthening through your spine, rolling your shoulders up towards your ears and then relaxing them down and away. Let's bring our thumb and index to touch in Gyan, wisdom, mudra, the seal of wisdom. Palms face up or face down on your knees. Let's take a moment here. Begin to close your eyes or gaze down towards the earth. Turning inward. Our practice today is honoring the autumn equinox. This halfway point when we have equal night, equal day. The cosmic equanimity. And when we are in this cosmic state of equilibrium, invite that quality to your practice, to your breath, a practice of balance, a practice of equanimity, harmony between light and shadow, night and day. The seasons of spring and summer when we are uplifted, and the seasons of autumn and winter when we turn inward to restore, replenish, to rise again. Here we are transitioning into this quieter, more inward looking, retrospective, introspective energy. Your breath has probably come to a natural place where your in-breath and out-breath is flowing naturally, the ebb and flow in balance. I'm going to invite us to engage with Samavritti Pranayama, equal count breath. On the in-breath, inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pause momentarily with the breath contained within. On the out breath, count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold the breath out momentarily. Inhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the breath in. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the breath out momentarily. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. Exhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. And return to your natural rhythm. We will practice Samavritti with movement. Bringing your palms together at your heart center in Namaskar. Opening our practice by chanting Om 3 times. And for each Om, I invite you to take your Namaskar from your heart to your Agni chakra to your crown chakra. We'll chant Om 6 times so that we can return the prayer hands back to the heart, the Anahata chakra. Inhale fully to prepare. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. The return journey from the crown. Inhale. Om. Agni chakra. Om. Anahat. Om. Namaste. Welcome, yogis. Thank you for joining me in our Equinox practice for the season of autumn, this transition. So here we are at the perfect point of balance. The sun is also moving into the sign of Libra, Lady Justice. So imagining that our practice in terms of bringing balance and integration is with the aspiration towards justice and equity. These scales of justice that have been out of balance for so long. Let's place our fingertips on the earth. As we inhale, we're going to move our hands with our practice, and we're going to use the Samavritti Pranayama to coordinate the meditation, the moving meditation. Inhaling for 4, lift your arms above your crown, palms come together. Holding the breath in for 4 at the crown. Exhaling hands all the way down the midline towards the solar plexus, the Manipur chakra, for 4. Then holding the breath there for 4. And then returning your fingers to the earth for the next count. So I'll guide you through here, connecting with the earth, connecting with the wisdom of the earth and the people who have walked on this earth. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Final round. Inhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your hands. Let's place the right hand on the earth. Reach up with your left fingertips up towards the sky. Bring your hands into the seal of wisdom that we're inviting in here. Exhale over to the right. Maintain connection between both sit bones. Invite in victory breath or jai, ocean sounding breath. We'll hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling through center. Exhaling down to the earth with your left hand. Reach up on the in-breath with your right arm. Exhaling with the right arm towards the left. Let's hold here for 4 breaths. Reaching through your fingertips. Inhale through center. Let's bring our arms into balance. Turn your palms up. Rotate your fingers. You may begin to feel a little bit tired here. And connect with your heart space, your Anahata chakra. Imagine here now, at the heart is a 6-pointed star, the vertical, the horizontal. Both planes meet at the heart space. The chakras meet at the heart space. The earthly realm and the spiritual realm meet at the chakra, at the heart. Plant your seed for justice, equity, balance, integration. One more breath here. Let's reach the arms up above your crown. As you exhale, bring your hands down to the earth into a forward fold. Relax your crown so that it lowers towards the earth. And here, as you bow to the earth, connecting with how the earth helps us to find balance, even as it spins on its axis. And now that we're at this point, the earth will begin to tilt away from the sun in the northern hemisphere, further away from the radiant star that warms us, that lights our planet. We're going to walk our hands over to the left, keeping our crown heading down towards the earth. Inhaling, let's walk our hands through center, over to the right, keeping our crown low. Inhale back to center. Take a moment here and then begin to uncurl your spine one vertebrae at a time, drawing your hands closer to your body. Take a moment here And then let's uncross our leg. And bring our legs into fire log pose or equal pose or square pose. So it might not feel comfortable for you to place your, let's take the right leg on the upper leg. So taking your right ankle and placing it over your left knee. So you might have lots of space here between the right knee and the right foot. You can place a cushion here, or you can rest your hands here. If this does not feel comfortable at all, cross your ankles so that you create a triangle here. And again, if you wish, you can place cushions underneath your knees. So you'll either have your right ankle on your left knee, or you'll have your ankles crossed and have a triangle. So we'll all have this triangle. Agni Stambhasan, fire log pose. And then thread your fingers through the toes of your feet if you wish here. To gently squeeze the soles of your feet. Feel this earthly connection. So here we're working with the root chakra that earths us. Om Bu. Om Bu. Om Bu. One more breath here. And wherever you are, I'm going to invite you to wrap your right arm round your right leg. So perhaps you take the knee into the crook of your elbow. We're gently going to rock the right leg from side to side. And some of us might have more movement in our hips, and some of us may have less movement in our hips. And then let's release this right leg to the earth. Let's cross the left ankle on top of the right ankle this time. Or take the left ankle to the right knee. And you might feel that there's more tightness. So for me, there's definitely more tightness on this hip. So I have a much bigger gap here. If I had a cushion handy, I would place it there, but I can't reach it right now. So again, you can have your ankles crossed. And again, you might wish to thread your fingers through the toes. So we're starting with a stable practice here, stabilizing practice. Thinking about the sense of duality that we experience at the equinox, this sort of state between summer and winter. The space between night and day. The yin and yang. The creative and receptive energy. The active and expressive energy. Knowing that duality is present in all of nature. Let's release our toes, and again, let's cradle the left leg and sway that left leg from left to right so that we feel the movement in our hip. And again, you might have less or more sway available to you. Rocking the root chakra. Let's release the leg. Let's swing the legs around just for a moment. And I'm going to invite you to stretch them out. So come onto your hands and onto your knees. And then lift your knees and reach out through your heels, coming into plank here just for a moment. to release the experience of compression in the hips and the knees. And then let's lower onto our hands and knees again and come back onto our sit bones. Take a moment here. Let's draw the right foot into the left thigh. Chandrasana. Lengthen here, and so you can see. And then reaching up, as you exhale, reach towards your left foot. The crown is reaching towards your foot. The heart space is melting down towards your thigh. You can be holding onto your leg, hands on the earth here. Full breaths here. Then lift your gaze and walk your hands back. Place your right hand on the earth behind you. Left hand on your heart space, your anahat. And then lift your sit bones so that you come onto the right shin. Your left leg is extended, the left foot on the earth. Lift your gaze. Perhaps you reach overhead with your arm. You gaze down towards the earth, or you look up towards the sky. Exhale, hand back to your heart, lower the sit bones. Let's come onto the right foot here. Take a moment here. We're going to place our left hand behind us this time, right hand on the heart. Reach through your left toes. Inhale, lift your sit bones. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Extend through your left leg. Hand on your heart, or again reaching over. One more breath here. Exhale, hands to the heart, lower to the earth. Cross that right foot over your left leg. Coming into a seated twist, keeping that left leg extended. Reaching up. Exhale, reach behind with your right hand. Either hug your right knee in or take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and gaze over to your right shoulder, keeping your left foot flexed. Ardha Matsyendrasana. So inviting and cultivating equanimity here. Balance. Connecting with serenity in this season of Vata, when all is swirling around us, and knowing the world that we are living in. Chaos seems to be reigning. Many of us may feel ungrounded. So grounding into serenity. One more breath here, then turn your gaze, spiral your heart, and then counter twist over to the left for a moment. And then back to center, uncross this leg. Moment into Tadasana. Ground down through your sit bone. Extend your legs long, toes pointed up. Reach your crown up towards the sky. Place your hands connecting to Gaia, to Mother Earth. Ombu, Ombu, Ombu. Inhaling for 4. Holding the breath in for 4. Exhaling for 4. Holding the breath out for 4. If 4 feels like a count that's too long for you, I invite you to shorten that count, perhaps 3. One more breath here. And now let's move to the other side. So let's fold in the left foot into the right thigh. Lengthen. Turn your heart over your right leg, reaching up. Exhale to hinge forward and reach towards your leg, your foot for the earth. Crown is reaching towards your feet, heart is melting towards your leg. Janushisasana, head to knee pose. So today's practice isn't about creating lots of fire. Today's practice is about grounding, connecting with our breath, connecting with the sense of restoring justice. Restoring justice requires compassion. And today we are exhibiting compassion towards our body. One more breath here. Then lift your gaze and unfold your spine. Walk your hands back towards you. Take your left hand behind you, right hand on your heart space. Inhale, lift your sit bones. Right foot connects with the earth. The left shin, the top of the left foot is on the earth here. Hand at your heart or reach up and over, either gazing down or up towards the sky. Right hand in Gyan Mudra. The wisdom to know how to bring ourselves into balance, how to integrate, how to find balance between duality. One more breath. Exhale, hand to your heart, lower your sit bones. Bring the sole of the left foot onto the earth here. And staying here for the moment, we're going to take the right hand behind us, reach through the right toes, left hand to the heart this time. Inhaling, press into the earth through your hand, come onto the ball of your left foot, connect the right foot with the earth, and then you can reach up and over with your left arm. One more breath here. Exhale, hand to your heart, lower your sit bones. Let's cross the left foot over the right leg, hugging that knee in. Lengthen through your crown, reaching up. As you exhale, take the left hand behind you, hug in the left knee, or take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And gaze over your left shoulder. Maintain engagement in your right foot, the right toes. Perhaps you connect with Ujjayi breath here. One more breath. Inhale, turn your gaze, spiral your heart, counter twist over to the right just for a moment. And then let's uncross that left leg. Reach your toes towards the sky, ground down through your sit bones, lengthen through your spine. A moment in Tadasana, Dandasana, not Tadasana. Tadasana is mountain when we stand up on our feet. But imagine that your feet are connected to something solid here. One more breath. And then let's swing the legs around. Come onto our hands. Inhale to lift the tailbone, dip the abdomen, shine the heart, lift the gaze. Let's hold here in cat, Madhyasana. feel each vertebrae here. As we exhale, let's begin to round the spine from the tail. Each vertebrae moving one at a time. And then tucking the chin. Cow, Bithyasana. Again, let's hold here. Inhale, return to neutral. Take a moment, tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Hover for a moment here and then take your tailbone back towards the back of your mat. Ears come between your hands. You can have a deep bend here in your knees or begin to straighten through your legs and pedal your heels alternately towards the earth. Pardvatasana, mountain pose. And then come to stillness. We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet to come into a forward fold at the top of our mat. Take a moment here. Allow your head, neck, shoulders to feel relaxed and heavy. Perhaps you take hold of opposite elbows. One breath here. Let's take your feet as wide as your mat. We're going to come into Malasana here, so I'll come to the middle so you can see. And then bend into your knees deeply. Yogis have the choice here of sitting on your footstool or your blocks. Like so you create a little connection, or you can sit directly on the earth. If you are happy to balance here, that's great. So you could be sitting on the earth with your sit bones supported by the earth and your feet wide. So yogis have options here. Bring your hands to your heart. Om Ru, connecting with the earth. The journey that the earth takes on its axis. Let's reach the right fingertips towards the earth and reach up with the left hand and take your gaze with you. And again, bring your finger and index to connecting Gyan. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, extend the left fingers to the earth and the right fingers to the sky. We're going to do this for 3 rounds. So 2 more rounds, moving with your breath. If at any point you wish to bring your sit bones to the earth or support yourself with a block or a footstool, please take that option. 1 more round. Exhaling, hands to heart. Bring your hands to the earth and begin to straighten through your legs. And with your legs here wide at the back of your mat, allow your crown and neck and head, your shoulders to relax for a moment. Maintaining this wide stance, inhale to unfurl your spine 1 vertebrae at a time to come standing at the top of your mat. Take a moment here. So take up space here on the earth. I'm going to shift into tree pose Vrikshasana. So step your feet closer, hip distance wide, and come into your variation of tree. So let's ground through the earth into Tadasana first by lifting your toes and then placing on the earth one by one. Hands can be at your heart in Namaskar or on your hips for support, yogi's choice. Shift the weight into the left leg and peel off the right heel and bring the right heel to the left ankle. That's option 1. Option 2 is the foot comes to the inner lower leg. Option 3, with helping hand, the foot comes against the left thigh, the inside of the left thigh. Hands in Namaskar at the heart. And keep finding your balance by gazing at the horizon, the drishti, your gaze, your focal point. And know, at this point, as the sun rises and sets, it spends the same amount of time below the horizon as it does above the horizon. So imagine that ahead of you is the sun setting and rising after having spent an equal time both below and above the horizon. If at any point you wish to open your arms and embrace the day, embrace the night, embrace equanimity and equilibrium. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's release your foot to the earth at the top of your mat. Turn a quarter turn to face the front of your mat, the sideway view of your mat. Take a moment here. Let's take the right foot behind us. Bring the ball of the foot on the earth. Inhale to reach up. Take hold of your right wrist and exhale over to the left. Coming into a little corkscrew Lakshmi Asana. Inhale back to center. Step across your mat long. Coming into wide-legged pose. One breath here. Turn the right foot towards the top of the mat. Open out your arms into Trikonasana. I'm going to hinge over to the right and bring the right foot, hand down towards the right foot. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. You can bring it to your hip. Trikonasana here. Gazing down. Gaze parallel to the horizon or up towards your fingers. Yogi's choice. One breath here. Bend into your right knee. Rise in Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. You might need to lengthen your stance here slightly. Gaze over the right middle finger. Hands in Gyan. Exhale, left hand to your left leg or wrap it around over to your right hip. Reach up and over for Peaceful Warrior, Shanti. Now this is where I'm going to invite you to have a block handy or your low footstool, just the head of your right foot. As you exhale, let's cartwheel the right hand down towards the earth or onto your block or footstool. Turn onto the ball of your left foot and then lift the left leg from the earth. So your right hand is resting either on the earth, the right fingertips. Your left hand can be on your hip, or you can reach your left fingers towards the sky. Flex into your left foot. Perhaps you have a soft bend in your right knee. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. One more breath here. And then bend into your left knee. Bring the left foot to meet the right foot. Come into your forward fold here. Soften in your shoulders, neck and head. Perhaps you take hold of opposite elbows. Uttanasana. Let's take our feet wide as our mat and come down towards the earth in Malasana here. And again, we're looking ahead. So we were looking ahead from the back of our mat. Imagine that we've taken a journey of 6 months to the front of our mat. We've moved time, we've moved ahead in time. And now we have a different perception, a different perspective. Again, your sit bones can be on the earth or on a block or a footstool. Let's take the left fingertips to the earth and reach up with the right fingertips. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more rounds. Inhale, open out wide, connecting with the earth, the heaven, the sky. Exhaling to the center, inhaling to open. One more time. If I lost count, please forgive me. And then hands back to your heart. Bring your hands to the earth and begin to reach up with your tailbone, keeping your feet wide, forward fold here. Again, soften through the upper body. Tailbone is reaching up. Hands can be resting on the earth or take hold of opposite elbows, yogi's choice. And let go here. Shed the last 6 months. Release all that has happened in the last 6 months. Time to leave behind, let go, release that which no longer serves us from the last 6 months. Now that we are moving forward and this point of transition, we can look forward. On the in-breath, begin to unfurl your spine to rise up. And then let's bring our feet slightly together. We're going to come into Vrikshasana, tree pose here. And again, thinking about what you can see, that same focal point that you had from the back of your mat, that you have now from the front of your mat. This journey you've taken. Find something to gaze on the horizon, a focal point that's not going to move. And now let's shift the weight into the right foot. So remember to connect with your Tadasana, lifting your toes and then connecting and engaging through the Mula Bandh, Uddiyana Bandh, the midline. Hands can be at your heart or on your hips. Begin to peel the left heel off the earth. And again, bring that heel to the ankle, the sole of the foot to the lower leg, or bring the sole of the foot to the thigh. Yogi's choice. Press the thigh and the foot together. And again, gaze at the horizon, knowing that the day and night is of equal length, that the sun is as long below the horizon as it is above the horizon. If you wish to open your arms wide to embrace this new time, this new season. This is a period of transition and transformation, a sacred time. When you're ready, releasing your foot to the earth with care. And then let's turn so that we face the long edge of the mat. Let's take the left foot behind us, bringing the ball of the foot onto the earth. So bringing the ball of the foot behind your right leg. Reaching up, take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and exhale over to the right. Perhaps you bend into your knees here deeply. Inhale to center. Let's step across the mat, wide-legged. Turn the left foot towards the back of your mat. Open out your arms. Hinge over to the left. And then exhale, left hand towards the earth. Right hand on your right hip or right arm extended above. You can also use your block or low footstool here for your left hand that's connected with the earth. Trikonasana. And knowing that for the next few months, we will be shining our inner light, illuminating from the inside out, now that we are further from the sun, from the star that normally lights us up. Bend into your left knee, inhale to rise into Virabhadrasana, Maha Virabhadrasana, the great warrior. And again, you may need to adjust your stance, energy reaching to the outer edge of your right foot. Fingers in Gyan Mudra. Release your right hand to your right leg or wrap your right hand over to your left hip and then reach up and over for Shanti. And if you need to move your block or footstool, take this opportunity to set up. We're going to move into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Cartwheeling your left arm towards the earth. That right hand can come to the right hip and then pivot on the ball of your right foot. And a little hop forward perhaps to help you create the space you need. I'm going to move back so I don't hit the wall. And then lift that right leg up into the earth, up into the air. And reach up with your right arm. And perhaps you flex into the right foot. And maybe you have a gentle bend in your left leg. And if you wobble and fall out, come back. Remember, reaching a state of equanimity and balance is a journey. It is an effort. And even if we have physical balance, it does not equate to having spiritual balance or emotional balance. One more breath here, then bending into your right knee. Bring your left foot to meet your right foot here. Folding forward. Allowing your head, neck, and shoulders to soften. Bending into your knees. Inhale, rise into Utkatasana chair pose. Just for a moment to symbolize the end of this part of the practice. And then rise up to standing. Quarter turn. And then step across your mat in Tadasana star pose. Bend into your knees and turn your toes out. Coming into Devi Asana. Bring your hands to your knees here for a moment. So now thinking about Lady Justice, the sun in Libra. We're entering a period that will lead us to Navratri, or Navaratri, the 9 nights and 10 days of the goddess. So as we enter this season of darkness, Kali Ma, who represents this darkness, Durga Ma, the fierce goddess, Saraswati and Lakshmi, the goddess of knowledge, the goddess of abundance. Inhale, reach your arms out. For the count of 4, Samvriti Pranayama. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling for the count of 4. Inhaling, reaching your arms out. Let's rise for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms parallel. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, and I know your thighs are feeling it. Inhale, reach out, Lady Justice. Reach up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a moment, straighten through your legs. As you come to your hands on your hips, this power pose. Connecting with the goddess, the deities of the feminine qualities, the Shakti energy, the creative energy, to inspire us during the dark nights ahead. One more breath. Let's heel toe to the center. Take a moment here. And then reaching up, exhale to bend and flow down towards the earth. And then come onto your knees. Let's sit back. Take your knees wide, big toes to touch. And let's come to the earth in Balasana Child's pose. Returning to the earth here, Ombu, Ombu. So we've had Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a great figure of justice. We lost her, lost to the world last week, funeral tomorrow. And thinking about the struggle that women in justice to find equity, gender equity, to be liberated from the patriarchal ties which decided for so long what our roles and limitations were. Knowing that the very energy from the earth that we absorb is the energy of the mother, the energy of nurturing creative power that is feminine in its origin, this Shakti energy. And we all possess this, whatever our gender expression. Knowing that the fluidity of gender encompasses and incorporates this creative, nurturing energy of the earth. Of an earth that seeks justice for itself. An earth that seeks justice for the people and the animals who walk upon this earth. One more breath here in child's pose. Inhaling, slide your hands towards your body to rise up. And coming onto your sit bones. And we're transitioning into Shavasana. I invite you to take Supta Baddha for your Shavasana option today. So soles of your feet connected, knees bent. And you can lower directly to the earth. Here. If this does not feel comfortable for you, I invite you to bring the soles of your feet to the earth with a bend in your knees. Let's place your right hand on your lower abdomen and left hand on your heart. And soften here. Softening here in this space on your mat. In a place of equanimity. Moving with the flow of life. Moving with the flow of cosmic energy. Knowing that as we retreat from the summer sun and the warmth of the sun, that our inner light, the energy source from within, will illuminate, will offer warmth, will help us to move towards more justice. Trusting in yourself. That even if balance is not yet within reach, that a commitment to finding that space between duality, trusting that it's the nature of all things to strive towards balance. Take a full breath in, a full breath out. If you have your legs in Baddha Konasana, with helping hands, draw your knees together. Windshield wiper your knees from left to right, very gently. And then when you're ready, turn over to one side and rise into a comfortable seat with supporting hands. Bringing your hands together at your heart center. Closing our Equinox practice by thanking all those who have taught us, shown us the way, supported us as our teachers, as our spiritual guides, as those who are sages in our lives, by chanting Om Shri Guru Vyo Namaha 3 times and then closing with Om Shanti. This is honoring the radiance and light that shines from people of wisdom, the teachers of wisdom. And this could be nature herself or the sun itself. Inhale fully. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhanyavad, yogis. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a beautiful practice for me. If you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share so that we can have live gong baths as a community. And please join me on Saturday morning for another variation on our Equinox practice, and on Sunday evening for rest and reset yin. Thank you all.